As you start building your lean roadmap, there's many factors to consider about what the organizational environment is. The first I want to talk about is baggage. This is based on the history of the company or the history that the employees have experienced and what might get in the way of your journey. A common example is the program of the month mentality. You might have a history of rolling out a program and it dying and rolling out another program and it dying. And so what's going to be different this time? There's no way to overcome that other than to outlast the perception of the organization. If they believe you're going to last 6 months, then you need to last a year. If they believe you're going to last a year, you need to last 2 years. There's no amount of words that are going to convince people that this time it's different. The point is you have to understand what might get in the way of your success on your lean roadmap and make sure you take that into account. Another key environmental factor are your business conditions. Are you suffering from tough times? Are you growing rapidly? This should affect your lean roadmap. There is no perfect time to start. If you're suffering from tough times, then there aren't a lot of extra resources to go around and people are distracted. If you're growing rapidly, then you're chasing revenue and people are distracted. There's no perfect time. But you should take this into account in the right roadmap. If you're suffering from tough times, then a big training program is not likely to be the right answer. If you're chasing revenue, then something that does not enable that revenue is probably not going to get attention. The point is that you have to understand how your business conditions will affect the right plan for you. A third environmental factor to consider is your company's culture. Are you a consensus building organization? Are you highly collaborative? Are you internally competitive? These factors will affect the right roadmap for you. For example, I worked with a company that had almost 100 P&L general managers. The initial plan was for one of those general managers in the East and one of those general managers in the West to build initial efforts for others to learn from. But their culture was to be highly internally competitive, and every one of the other general managers wanted to outrun the official efforts. This meant that this was not the right plan for the company, and instead we had to figure out how to support each one of those general managers. You might want to change aspects of your company's culture, but you have to start by understanding what's going to get started well and what's going to fail immediately. Your company's base culture will affect the right plan for you. A fourth factor to consider in your environment is your leadership support. What do you have to start with? Many stories are told about companies' lean journeys that begin with a CEO declaring that they're going on a lean journey. They don't tell you the part of the story where 3 years before that, they built up to that with many, many efforts. The point is, you have to start with what you have. If you don't have any leadership support and you're a manager that supports 10 people, then start with that. Don't spend 2 years waiting around to get leadership support. Start wherever you have it and build over time. The point is, you have to understand whatever factors you have. That has to inform how you get your lean roadmap going.